Will your insurance be enough to protect you and give you the money that you need when you're in an accident? It may not, and you don't want to bet on the other person's insurance. Today, we're going to talk about stackable coverage. There is power in stacking. You may not even know what it is, which is why you're watching this video, but it can provide extra protection, even more protection than you already had or thought you had in an accident. I'm Virginia Tehrani. I'm with Tehrani Law, LLC, because you never need a lawyer till you do. So I am a personal injury attorney, and what I'm trying to talk about today, what I tell my clients a lot is how can you use your insurance coverage to protect yourself? I'd like to try to protect you before you get in an accident so you don't have to see me, but you need to protect yourself too. And the best protection you have in a car accident is your own insurance. There's EUIM and EUIM insurance coverage, which I did a prior video on. I'm dropping that down in the comments, and on the end of this video, I'll have a link to it too. But EUIM and EUIM insurance protects you. It's uninsured motorist coverage and underinsured motorist coverage. The uninsured motorist coverage kicks in when the at-fault driver doesn't have insurance at all. You have to have something, right? The underinsured motorist coverage kicks in when the other driver has coverage, but it's simply not enough for the expenses that you have, whether it's medical expenses, lost wages, something like that. That's the type of coverage that we're looking at today. There is then stackable coverage, and this is when you start adding policies onto each other so you get more money and have more access to money that you need after car accident. So in Maryland, it's called EUIM, Enhanced Underinsured Motorist Coverage. It's called different things in different states. In Virginia, it's called stackable coverage. There are some policies that let you start with that coverage, but there are others that only apply once you actually have the accident. What you want to do is contact your state, your insurance agent to say, do I have access to stackable coverage? And if I do, I want that. So in particular for Maryland, which is where I primarily practice, you can combine policy limits. You can combine the at-fault drivers and your own. Normally, if you have underinsured motorist compensation, if they have $30,000 and you have $100,000, you only have access to $100,000. But you have to opt in. You have to opt into this policy. You can't forget about it. You either waive in or you opt in, and your insurance agent is going to say, you don't need this, it costs you extra money, just click no and move on. So here's my personal insurance policy. I've taken out the details, but there's a notice on the policy that says required notice of uninsured motorist coverage and enhanced underinsured motorist coverage. That's on your forms. Most people flip through the pages, they're not looking for it, but this notice is required by law and you have to see it. But they hide what's in it. So on this other page, it gives several options. And option 3 is where we're looking. Option 1, option 2, option 3. The other options include waiver. Option 3 in Maryland is the enhanced underinsured motorist coverage. But as you can see, you have to check the box and you have to sign for it. So it is an affirmative action to choose this box. Look for it, find it, choose it. If you can't find it, ask your insurance agent, where's the box? Because I want to check it. You don't want to miss this opportunity. And let me show you why. Let's see the other driver has minimum coverage. $30,000 in Maryland. In Virginia, it's the same. So the at-fault driver in your accident has $30,000 minimum coverage. You have $30,000 in uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage. So your hospital bills are higher than $30,000. What do? Oh, well, you have a collision and you only have $30,000 because you only have access to one, either his or yours, whichever is higher. And if they're the same amount, in this case, $30,000, then you still only get $30,000. Now let's add stackable coverage. We're going to do minimum coverage and enhanced uninsured coverage. The at-fault driver only has $30,000. Let's say you only have $30,000. You also went for the minimum, but you checked that box. You hit option 3 and chose EUIM. In this case, after you have a collision, you get the at-fault driver's policy plus your own policy. So instead of a total of $30,000 that you have coverage for, you now have $60,000. That extra $30,000 is worth clearly a lot of money. It's tens of thousands of dollars more than you had by not checking that little box and saving a couple more dollars on your insurance coverage. Don't bet on other drivers. Don't guess or take a chance that they're going to have the right coverage that you need, and you don't have to protect yourself. Your own coverage counts for more than you know. Take a look at your policy, talk to your insurance agent today, and protect yourself.